4,995 pounds, $49.95, Rockwood Rue 24 WS here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This was the first of its kind, actually, and I think that's one of the reasons it's catapulted up in its popularity ratings compared to the old 23 Rue. If you'd like to see if we have this in stock and available, it's very simple. Click the link in the video description that says check for price and availability, or we have these living, breathing things at our dealership called people that are on the other end of the phone that would love to speak with you, that would like to learn more about you and your family and how you intend to camp, so we can help assist you find the ideal camper for your camp situation, for your intended use. You will see when you visit our website exactly what we have in stock, because it could be different from what you're looking at here, because this is not necessarily the 24WS that we have in stock. There's a lot of optional stuff here, such as the full skin color package that we're looking at that is non-standard equipment. So the best thing you can do to always make sure what we have in stock is the one you're looking for, watch this video to get an idea, view our website, call a guy to make sure it's still here. Well, I said this was the first of its kind. This has a private rear bedroom, and until this came out, no hybrid had ever had that designator. No hybrid had ever had a private master bedroom before, but this does. Rockwood is the #1 producer of both hybrids and ultralights in the United States of America. It's not an accident. They came up with some really neat, cool things first. Now, storage is always tricky in a hybrid camper because the beds don't occupy floor space, because the beds are free space. This thing is very cool and towable because it's a short length with a big campsite feel. You know, you tow a 24-footer, you get a 30-footer. 30-footer? 30-footer when you get to your campsite. You get the idea. But there's no beds to hide stuff under. So Rockwood said, we're not gonna mess this up. They're gonna open up every exterior potential compartment they could to give you anything they can in terms of exterior storage. So this right here, little bonus storage under the sofa. If you look over here, you've got bonus storage under the bench dinette. Now, they made one of these accessible from the outside like we're looking at. The other bench seat actually has, you know, storage from the inside, so they kind of split the difference. Now, notice though, all the furniture they build at Rockwood, just like the rest of the skeleton in the Rockwoods here, are all aluminum framed. All aluminum framed. Everything on this. Now, notice too, those baggage doors are all easy slam latch baggage doors, or not, pardon me, nope, magnet latch, not slam latch. Those are not slam latches, those are twist locks, which is fine. I just, wrong term. I have had 18 new RVs arrive today. I am coasting on autopilot, and I'm hoping I'm doing you folks a good job here. Side walls have the very cool, sleek, frameless windows, and that really should start to give you an indicator that this is not the dollar cheaper, lesser equipment hybrid out there. That is not Rockwood's game. Rockwood does not do less. They do not do cheap. They do not do inexpensive. Rockwood only knows how to do bigger, better, badder, more, higher grade. That's what these guys do. Like all aluminum skeleton, like I talked about. The only thing on this that's not laminated is actually the floor. That's because the floor is built like a 15,000-pound luxury fifth wheel with aluminum studs every 12 inches on center, and a tongue and groove 5/8 plywood floor decking, which is one of the strongest, if it's not the strongest possible floor in the industry. It's got to be tied for it. Outside utility shower with hot and cold water next to your black tank flush. Like, you notice all your hookups and everything are all in one smart location. Now, your suspension on a Rockwood, totally different. You have 4-wheel independent rubberized torsion axle suspension. Part of the reason you're looking at a hybrid, I'm guessing, is towability. Well, how would you like the highest grade suspension in the entirety of the towable industry? 4-wheel independent suspension. They are not leaf springs. They're not chucked together. You won't get that bucking and bouncing. You can turn this thing on a dime and the tires will operate. Let's say you're going down the road and you lose track of where you're at on the road. You quit paying attention. You reach down to answer your phone or turn on the radio or whatever. We've all done that. And all of a sudden you realize the right side of your vehicle fell down off the road. It's now dragging on the dirt on the shoulder instead of the asphalt. These wheels will drop down up to 3 inches. The wheels on the left side that are up on the asphalt, they will maintain their position so that the RV continues to ride flat. It's awesome. so that you can more easily get yourself back on the road because you have a more stable load behind you. The RV's not leaning and pulling you off the road. It maintains its directionality, if that's a thing. I don't know if that's even a word. You get the idea. So the bed ends on this, Duratec. We call them tent ends still. They're not tent materials. Duratec has its own 5-year guarantee. It's pretty much the leader of that stuff, guys. You can zip those panels down for airflow if you're so inclined. We are prepped and ready for an observation camera. We often say backup camera, but it's for more than just backing up. You can use it in motion down the road to see who's behind you. Now, Rockwoods also have all LED lighting. And most of the other primary hybrids that we carry here at Haylett RV would be your Jaycos. And this is a very close counterpart. This is basically the upscale luxury offset to the X23B Jayco J-Feather that we carry here at Haylett RV. So if you like everything you see here, but you know, you're like, I don't need all the extra bells and whistles. I don't need those affecting my price tag. Not a problem. Give us a call. We got the 23B J-Feather here, and that'll save you some money. But there's an offset. The Rockwood has more price tag, but it has more equipment. It's an equivalent value product. Value is subjective. Now, Rockwood was one of the first to adopt this. They have their hybrid bed locks. The lock handle is right down here with an easy reach latch. So it locks. You can key lock it for security. You don't have to be really tall like me, and even then it's still hard to reach up here. Well, a couple other brands have adopted that, and I'm glad, because it's a superior feature, but it all started with Rockwood. Whatever these guys do, the rest of the industry tends to follow suit. You see that black fin up top? That is a Max Air vent cover. That is going to give you all kinds of awesome airflow, because this has a Max Air bathroom vent fan, standard. That is another thing about the Rockwood Roos. They have bigger, better bath fans. Now remember all those storage compartments I was telling you about. There's a nice little sit down, put your shoes on bench in the bedroom. You can use it as an interior cabinet or exterior, because you can see those cabinet doors. Now this is also another awesome area where you can see the pocket screws in the cabinetry, because we're looking at the back side of the cabinets. That means that this has a lumber core, a wood core cabinet, because you cannot pocket screw particle board. It will just disintegrate. Right here, we've got our little exterior tailgate station. You've got your grill hookups, TV hookups, all that located right here, protected under the awning. So perfect little party station right there. Wi-Fi Ranger, the Wi-Fi Ranger. It's basically a built-in router. It's an access point, a signal booster, whatever you want to call it. Your camper, you can hook into the park Wi-Fi, and then all of your devices, phones, tablets, whatever, they will sync up to the Wi-Fi Ranger. Now what's cool is phones and things tend to be smart enough now that when they detect a familiar network within range, they will hook up to it automatically. So you program your phone to hook up to this thing's Wi-Fi one time. Now every time you hop campsites, it automatically resyncs. All you have to do is just hook the router up one time to the local Wi-Fi source, and you will get better, stronger local signal. Now we are prepped for a simple portable solar kit. That's pretty normal. We like to put the power tongue jacks on these because this is an upscale little critter. The awning. You have maximum awning coverage on this. And a lot of concerned people have sometimes when you have a door side slide under an awning, is that going to eat in my patio space? That is absolutely. That little bitty wardrobe slide back there is not going to eat into your patio space. Let's, I don't know, I think we're good. Let's hop inside. I mean, what other hybrid can give you this view from the front bed? I mean, it's a little camper going down the road. It's a huge camper when you get to your destination. That's what's so great about this one. You got this big super slide with that sofa, very traditional sofa and dinette, like you get in a big giant fifth wheel. But we're not in a big giant fifth wheel. We're in a little 24-foot box hybrid. You've still got breeze windows on the sides of your slide, because again, Rockwood does everything all the way every time. You're still getting overhead storage, and a lot of brands have cut that out to try to save a little money here and there. Your sofa can fold down into a little sleeper, and there's different seating arrangements. Again, remember the one that we have in stock could be different from this one, but what I do enjoy here about this is when you get the booth dinette in this Rockwood Roo, you get this free-floating elliptical base table. And it can do a lot of different things. Obviously, your primary function, it's going to be your dining table. But the legs can fold down, so you can fold it down into a sleeper. If you fold the legs down, though, into the elliptical position, you can use it over here like a coffee table, which is pretty slick, because it's nice to be able to have that flexibility, especially when you're sitting in this sofa. This is going to be your primary entertainment seat, which is directly across from the primary entertainment center, which is, I think, one of the things that makes the 24WS Rockwood Roo so much more successful and better than its predecessor, the 23WS. Other thing is, they expanded the kitchen. Oh my gosh, did they expand the kitchen. This is pure, unadulterated storage space down in here, and it's also nothing but countertop. Hybrids are not known for awesome storage. They are not known for a JetBlue flight runway of countertop space. Now you may notice too, this has an exceptional amount of storage capacity because it has no oven. That is by intention. We specifically build our Rockwood Roos whenever possible without an oven, because that storage space is worth more than an oven that virtually no one uses. I guarantee 100% of people will find something to put in that cabinet right there, and the bonus drawer that comes with it. And actually, instead of just pointing the camera toward this general direction, let's open this thing up. Let's look at all the storage that's in here, because it is a lot of it. None of this is obstructed. 100% of this is full access. You see these plywood box drawers. There we go. Let me back up and give you a nice view of it now. So you've got 5 drawers in the kitchen, including one of those below where the oven would go, because they don't waste it. They're all full runner glide extension, full ball bearing glide extension. You can see the big pots, pans capacity down there. So like I was saying, 100% of people will find something to do with that space. Less than 5% of people will actually use an oven. So yeah, I'm playing the numbers, absolutely. But I believe in it. I'm not just playing the numbers game from a sales standpoint. There's a reason people just don't use the ovens, because typically they don't cook inside the camper a lot. They don't want to introduce that extra heat, that extra humidity, those odors and things like that. Take all your cooking outside. That's why this has that outdoor cooking station built into it, or cook over the fire. You know, things taste better on the fire anyway, and you get a little smoke on them. Now, I've mentioned a few times already, this is one 24WS we have had in stock. Not necessarily the 24WS that we have in stock. And the one that we have in stock could look very different even with the same equipment. For instance, we've upgraded to the maple woodwork. And that is true maple hardwood cabinet doors. It's not a swap out, it is an upgrade. We've put in the wood print floor, although the stone print doesn't look bad. The other wood tone, driftwood that's darker, doesn't look bad, but in a little space, we felt the extra light was worth it. We've also done the mocha decor in here. Everything looks very good together. It's very earth tone, it's very welcoming, very warm. It's been our most popular color combination in the Rockwoods. Now, something I don't want to forget to talk about is in your bathroom, you've got a max air vent fan, exactly like this one. But in a Rockwood Roo in the living room, you get a second one, standard. And they both have those max air vent covers. But I want to draw your attention to the ceiling. You see that air conditioner down there? Centralized. You've got double AC runs down the length of the trailer. And those do continue back into both the bathroom and the private rear bedroom. Every room has comfortable centralized air conditioning on this. So not only do you have a private rear bedroom back there, with, by the way, if you wake up at night, you want to get in and out of the bathroom real quick and easy, you can. You don't have to trek across the entire RV. But you get the idea. You can stay comfortable at night. So the TV is, you know, like I said, easy viewing directly across from your primary seating source, which is your dinette, or your slide out rather. But at night, what if you want to watch, the kids want to stay up and watch TV, or maybe you got a his and hers camping situation and you guys don't go to bed at the same time. Well, your TV can swing forward to face the front sleeping area at night. Or you can just open it to get to the storage behind it. Or you can open it so you can actually get to the plugs behind it in case you want to add something, like a satellite, like a streaming video stick or whatever. You can do all that stuff here. Plus, God forbid, a little bit of extra storage. You can literally just use it like an extra cupboard. AM, FM, CD, DVD. You can get a Bluetooth app on your, or get an app on your phone to Bluetooth to that to control it. So your phone can be a remote control right there. By the way, all of your important stuff is up here away from the itty-bitty grandkids who don't know any better. This also does have a vaulted ceiling. You like that Jedi mind trick I pulled right there? Anyway, this does have a vaulted ceiling, so you are getting an extra 2.5 inches of clearance. Now, before we go to that private bedroom, I want to look at the bathroom, because the bathrooms are something that Rockwood has done better than just about anybody for so many years, and I say that all the time because I believe it every time. You saw that big dedicated linen cabinet there. You've got plenty of floor space in front of the toilet, so you can actually stretch your legs out if need be. You don't have to do that funky, weird, twist-em-up bathroom yoga. We've got a big sink. Big sink. Adults can actually get their hands in, and you do have the handy little toothbrush and soap holders, and a towel rack over here. It's funny, a lot of brands, they don't give you those extra little accessories because they're afraid you're going to break them. You know, and then you're going to try to ask them for money out of it. Rockwood doesn't think you're that kind of person. Rockwood knows that you're a responsible, grown adult, you know. We also have a full skylight and a split open easy entry shower. But an easy thing to miss when you're in the bathroom of the Rockwoods is the handy little shower caddy up here. So you actually have a handy little thing to keep all your personal soaps and shampoos and stuff, because those little plastic shells in the corner of the shower, they don't work for spit. They don't work. So again, we have a private rear bedroom. A lot like a fifth wheel that Rockwood builds, they have a full big closet slide out. And what I like here is they've kind of separated a little bit. We have a dedicated laundry section, if you will, or like, you know, foldables, extra towels, whatever. Oh, man, I can't even think of the word in too many of these. Anyway, so we got our sit-down bench where you can put our shoes on. You know, you can actually sit down to get your pants started before you stand up to put on the pair of pants. And here, behind this pair of hardwood maple doors, we have a full, big, giant, wide-open, unobstructed closet. Now, if you don't need all that hanging storage, no problem. But tell me what other hybrid has this kind of hanging storage in it. And the answer is a pretty short list, and one of those is that J-Feather 23B that I already mentioned. Little stuff like this, like a bedroom light switch. You don't get that in a hybrid, you know? We've got heated bed mats front and rear on the 24WS Rockwood. Actually, every Rockwood Roo has that. Now, something else Rockwood adds are these extra little cargo hanging nets right here. They're good for just little stuff. They're not a heavyweight, big thing here, you know. It's just a little plastic loop and latch that's holding this thing up. It's not mountain climber gear holding this thing up. But for all those just extra, like you want an extra pillow, you want to keep little things out of the way you can. And your every hybrid bed in a Rockwood comes with these combination little bunk light fans, because you're gonna there's no way to run wiring back here, so you're gonna really appreciate the extra light. Plus airflow is always a concern, so it's nice to be able to have that nailed too. Moving forward, again, we've covered most everything, but just that big super slide, expansive, like fifth wheel-ish feeling living room here in this little hybrid Munchkin travel trailer. Another thing they did well is there's a outside storage compartment near the nose of the trailer right back there. It goes behind all of this cabinetry, so you can get to that cabinetry from inside or outside. But those double stands that they have right there, it kind of helps, even though it's open, it helps define a front bed. It helps define a front bedroom as opposed to a rear bedroom. So you kind of see where the living room stops and the bedroom starts, you know? And you always, like any hybrid, have those little privacy curtains. Well, maybe not any hybrid, but any Rockwood hybrid. That extra fan, so you've got the extra fan in the bathroom plus up here. So if you are boondocking, remember, you can get one of those solar panel systems from our shelf here at Haylett RV. You can keep your fans running when you're out there, because it'll keep your battery topped off. The LED lighting will sip the battery, not gulp the battery, and they won't generate the heat of incandescent bulbs. You know, floor flush slide even, so you get maximum interior clearance in here. This is such a killer model. I'm so glad we get to offer these. I'm really glad I don't have to sell against this, because there's not a whole lot you can say against it. Yeah, it's a beast. I mean, look at the kitchen. The kitchen alone stomps the face out of any hybrid except for one other Rockwood. Rockwood kills it, man. 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. We do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, and everything in between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.